see that often.
Downgraded
That's at
underweight.
JP Morgan. The
Well, I
firm
got
saying
a
its
salty
valuation
recipe
looks
stew to
increasingly
feed
full. It's our
Valentine
call of the
Rabbit and
day.
Marshmallow.
Jason Snipe,
Oh, no, not
you
this
own
one. We
it.
don't want this one. No, go away.
What do you think about
All
this?
right, good. Thank you,
Yeah,
79.
yeah. So obviously,
No, this is not what I
has
wanted.
a tremendous
Damn it,
year,
that's what I
up
wanted.
45% year to date. I mean, it's really played into the
Crazy.
supply-demand story
it's
early
not
part
mine.
of this
It's
year.
just
I mean,
not
energy
mine.
period is up
Oh,
40%.
nothing.
You know, and they've really done a great job of cost containment, capital
So
discipline.
again, I'm
so
putting this
for me,
tool
I
case
haven't
together
trimmed it
for you
yet,
on how to
you know,
feed
with
Marshmallow
some
and Valentine
volatility
over
in the
here.
energy space, I could see that happening in the next couple of weeks for us, as a firm, and
Getting on it
looking to
and
trim
doing
it, but,
things. There's some numbers
it's
about
got
why
the
they're
greatest, it's got the best
underweight
balance
in
sheet in the
terms of
industry.
obviously
So
the
for
way
us,
the lineup of the
it's
polarization
been
comes in
market
to
weight
what
hold
you
for
want it
us,
to do
here.
and
So
some
I still
bandwidth
like
still
it.
not
We'll
making.
see what
If
happens
you
over the
do it
next
hard enough, this
All
right
right,
here,
so Steph,
LED,
it's your largest
will
position,
blink.
at least it
Right?
was.
Out of these
I know
numbers
you've
right
been
here
trimming
on
some
here, and if you do the
energy
right things, it will blink.
holdings.
If you don't,
So
it won't.
what do you do now?
And you get
Right,
over
the
here,
stock's
you'll find out
had a
some
great
numbers,
run.
things, the
In
power
6 months, it's
source, or
up
this
80%.
5-volt
near
hookup,
50.
or this
Is
9-volt
the
battery,
valuation
and
now
how to
just too
smooth
rich?
all that out, and the heat, and some other things that might come up in terms of where and why, what moving omega means. Like, what do you mean? It's like, well, negative 10 to the, or 10 to the negative 6 omega minus CM, right? So let's move that around and change that to actually make this congruent to which color LED this is. And you should be able to tell me this. Now, I'll give you a trick question about only one of the drill sergeant answer knows. This electric bunny's making this lie.
And they're putting it to work. They increased their buyback to $10 billion from 5,
and get you into some of the parts that you'll definitely need by today's standard. There's not really a way you can get around it unless you take on Bill Gates' submodel, some of the other stuff, taking on the periodic table, and what you'll need to do manufacturing-wise about setting up that hillbilly spinner or Trident or making soldiers, asset managers.
I think that's gonna take a lot of sentiment out of
Again
the
in the Higgs
sector.
later.
You've got to recognize that Chevron is a quarter of the XLE. I'm still overweight energy.
So,
but
I'm thinking a horse
to add
track,
to
right,
energy
for
on
Valentine
pullbacks, which I think
and
will be
Marshmallow.
coming, and when that happens, Chevron's likely one I will add.
Transistors,
It's the
right?
critical
Or,
electron in the group,
transistor
but
and switch.
I have been trimming.
First
I'm
kind of
sitting
switch,
with
and
what I've got right now.
red
I would
light,
look
green
to
light.
add on pullbacks.
John, what do you do with the calls you have?
Well, Scott,
Well, this
as
wire
you know,
is a
'cause you and
battery.
I've talked
This
about it now
conversation
for
is a
6
battery.
weeks.
How long
I
to
had a lot of stock.
dissipate in the
I've
fields
exited
that
almost
gravity
all of the
will
stocks
without us
in the
separating it
energy
just
space,
to a line?
But my exposure is the same. I just replaced stock with options, with
Doing
call
these things
options
wrong?
and call
Zombies.
spreads.
I had
What
this
do I
button
do with
right
these
here.
calls? Like Jim said, on dips, I would buy them. I mean, look at Steph's point is excellent here. This particular analyst had a very dim outlook for
and
this
usually
stock and was
if
dead wrong.
most of them,
Why am I
I
gonna
like Ben
follow
Eater,
this
but he's not a
analyst
special
now?
forces
If
guy, right?
there
Because
was
what
a
I
reaction
needed
to the
was
downside
kind of
on
this
it,
stuff of
I'd
it,
be happy
which
to buy
gets
more
us into
calls,
the
but
MTF
this isn't
deal
even
and
denting the stock
other
today,
things,
Scott.
but
I think all energy goes up
nevertheless,
for basically the next 3 to 6
look at
months
them.
across the board.
They're the
Uranium,
same, almost.
BTU like Peabody and Patterson Energy, as well as all these
Whatever you
oil
wanna
and
do,
gas stocks,
you know.
because the cutbacks
Just
and the
going to Alice and
sanctions,
Bob's field
that's
trip
going
to
to
the
be
bunny
the
farms.
result, higher energy prices.
Catch you on the
No,
next
I
one.
think people